Hello, I'm Peter Constantine, and I'd like to take you back in time to about 4 years ago when I first started coming to Capital Life. I came in the entryway and there was this warm, well-lit building. And I came to the hospitality table and had coffee and snacks provided by the church thanks to you. And the snacks are great, but you know what really caught my heart was people introduced themselves. They made me feel at home. There were kids and families around that table enjoying each other. And I know we celebrate communion here at the altar, but that table out there, that's just as much a communion table. Thanks to the technology we have in the back, I could see the lyrics up here, sing along, feel part of the worship service. And I learned that thanks to the cameras we have, each service is recorded. So if I missed a service, I could still see it. Or if I wanted to go back and hear an amazing sermon, I could do that. And I got involved in outreach. I went downstairs to the Wednesday night sandwich prep and made sandwiches with bread and cheese and meat that the church was able to provide because of you. Now, I know it's awkward to talk about money. It's uncomfortable. Have you ever been at a restaurant and you're out with your friends having a great time, laughing and joking, and the waitress comes and puts that check in the middle of the table and suddenly there's this weird, uncomfortable pause. The Bible says God created all things and all things are His. We're just His stewards. And giving back on a regular basis acknowledges that all things are His, that our treasures are stored up in heaven. Now you might say to me, Pete, God does not need my tithe to carry out His will, and you're absolutely right. God will prevail whether I tithe or not. But God calls us to be laborers in the field. He calls us to partner with Him in discipling others, spreading the word. He calls us to have skin in the game. So if you're a regular attendee at CLC and perhaps you haven't given on a regular basis, I would challenge you, I'd encourage you to consider doing this. Pray and ask God for discernment, giving on a regular basis. And do this. Once you start doing it, maybe it's next Sunday. Take your calendar and just make a note 4, 6, or 8 weeks out. And when you reach those milestones, look back and see how God has blessed you, your family, CLC, and folks like me. Thanks so much for listening.